Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today, we let ourselves lie in a bit today. We were lazy. I laid in bed till about 8ish. I was just snoozing the alarm because basically, like, my big alarm went off. I didn't hear my radio go off. God damn it! For half an hour, ignored it. Lol. Deep sleeper. So I'm about an hour behind schedule. Well, half an hour behind schedule, I guess. But I've also already done the video and stuff. I've had my breakfast. I had a shower. I got dressed. And I have reviewed the group coursework thing and posted about it in staff and done stuff like that. Just putting it down, lol, I needed to change that. So yeah, that's basically what we've done. We've had a whale of a time this morning. I'm now loading up a bit of the old Linux, attempting to figure out what the hell's going on here again. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Why is your battery always fucking low? What do you do? Where does your battery go? Jesus. Battery life on this camera is shiz. I'm so hungry. I need food. My leg hurts as well. I've hurt my shin or something. It like pierces when I walk. Ow. So, what's been going on today? Basically, we've sorted out, while I was at home still, sorted out half of the group work. I've also sorted the majority of the next group stuff. I formatted the majority of the work. That's all mine. But yeah, it's all majority of deformatted. I've just got other people who need to send me other stuff to fit in with our document and things. I was then looking at that code. I figured something out, actually, as to why it wasn't working. I thought I told you about this. I might have already done. Basically, what was happening was I was just timesing my depth by 0 because the matrix, just the projection view matrix on its own does that. It just does it, or just go blah, lol, don't need that shit. So that was what the guy told me to do, was just do the inverse of the projection matrix. But I did a bit of googling around, saw something about the view model, and I've actually got something now working. I've just come back from the lab though. It wasn't working at the time earlier when I left for uni, but something's kind of working now, but I'm kind of scrapping the idea. It means I've got to get my head around doing it the other way, which is really frigging confusing, having basically like a 2D space layered on top of a 3D space, and it kind of looking like 3D. It's really confusing. I much prefer like solid 3D. I feel like I should probably tell you about my day before I start going off on one. Yeah, so that was basically what I decided I had to do. I went to take my course stuff to the lab, but they couldn't help me with the stuff that they said they'd be able to help me with, and I'm like, no, god damn it, that means I can't do it. And I've literally basically had to can everything that I've done so far. I'm not doing the line thing. I'm going to do with modelling a point in space. Otherwise though, today we had programming and a graphics lecture. The graphics lecture was kind of useful because I was going through past exam papers that we got an idea of what kind of question it is. The matrix ones are easy, the rest is very difficult, and I don't understand much of it, which is why I'm having such difficulties doing it the proper way of doing this. I'm kind of modelling it my own way with just sheer hardcore geometry. But we'll get there over Christmas. Programming, we was going through more prologue stuff. I'm starting to not see the point in going to programming. Prologue is not a priority for me this precise moment in time. Yeah, it'll help me for my coursework when my coursework comes around, but it's not coming around for a while. So, yeah, lol. I've just got like crap on my hands, damn it. Flaff. They went to a group coursework meeting, told everyone what they needed to be doing. Some people were like, don't even know what we're supposed to be doing. I'm like, you son of a bitch, get your fucking work done by this time. And then I came back. Went to the graphics lab, he told me what to do, Came back here, had some lovely bangers of mash actually. It was actually cooked to perfection. I've never done mashed potato. I've never been able to knack mashed potato. I've always found it really hard to cook. I always fuck it up somehow, make it really lumpy or something. But it was actually really nice. Had some really nice bangers of mash, and I've come in here and I've been procrastinating like a mother trucker, trying to just buckle down to this because I'm just scared. I don't know how to do it, but I've got all day to do it tomorrow, all night to do it tonight, so we'll figure out how we're going to split our time over it. What I'm doing at the moment is crunching some maths, trying to figure out exactly how to figure out where the person has clicked. So as soon as I've got them down to a mouse click, the problem is you need that before you can actually do the rest of the stuff that's actually worth marks. As soon as I've got them down to a mouse click, I'll be able to actually like do stuff, which I'm all for. I'm all for doing stuff. It makes my day. My aerial thing has fallen off of here, so I need to restick it. Don't mind me while I just re-stick this, but it's actually sticking to my finger, but then it is. Damn it, stay there. No, stay. There, thank you. So yeah, I'm crunching some maths. Basically what I've done is there's ways, I don't understand how, this is my problem, right? Programming is a very, like, this is how, you, like, people understand. It's a very, like, this is how you think, this is how you do stuff kind of sport. Let's say. This, and graphics in particular, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't sit well in my head, because I come from a very, like, geometry, I'm good at geometry and, like, calculating and manipulating shapes, but then as soon as you start, like, saying, oh, actually, this shape is 2D, even though it's 3D, I'm like, bleh. And there's a chain of about 8 matrices that you can just go back and then it looks like this, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But the problem is, we haven't been taught how to do, like, C++ and stuff. We haven't been taught, like, half of the other ways. There are other ways, but we haven't been taught any of them because that's what they think is best for us to do, which is probably right, but I just can't get my head around it. I literally can't do it. So what I'm doing is my old classic trick of getting it, throwing it up in the air, and smashing it with a fucking sledgehammer, breaking it apart, calculating exactly how it works in the real world, then coating it down and mapping it to whatever program he's given me in order to do it. So that's my plan. And I'm here, and I'm currently figuring out how this... I'm trying to figure out, if you click here and you're looking at a point, so let's say you're looking, ignoring all other axes, you're looking at a point here, and then, okay, you're looking at my webcam there, look, bam, there you are. Then you decide to click there. What do I know about that point? I know where my camera is, I know where it is in relation to the circle, I know the radius around it in which it's been rotated, I know its distance away from the point, I know that it's going to be on a flat plane, I know that the window space is between 1 and -1, I know the radius of this window space I'm modelling, assuming that that's going to be twice my circle, that I can literally see a perfect circle. I might have to change that modification, but it's literally just as simple as, like, just convert the radius. I could just change the radius to a different factor. I know that, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to try and figure out what point I need to draw into the space. I believe I don't need, like, distance from the centre. I think this click var is good enough. But here's the thing. Now imagine you're looking at this point here, and I rotate to here, you then click there. That's a different angle, because now what I've done is I'm not clicking there, I'm still living in a two-dimensional space. There is a straight line between here and here, so I'm actually clicking here, which is a two-dimensional space problem. So now I've got to rotate the plane on which I'm clicking on, and I've got to figure out whereabouts that plane is in space using all of the figures, which is why I've got distance from the centre, just so that it makes more sense in my head. Like, I've actually got a radius now. I've got to figure out from my original point, using just the information of where my camera is, where this point is in relation to the original x and y coordinates, which are, like, if I'm looking here, x could be this way, it could be that way, it could be this way, it could be any way. So, degree, baby. Okay, I think I've crunched it out. I think I've figured this out now, and I'm going to attempt to explain it to you. It's going to be a whale of a time. Right, okay then. So basically what we're doing is we're splitting up into two different sections again. We're basically trying to find the x, y and z coordinate of all of the points. There's probably a solid good reason why no one's done this before. I think it sounds genius. Okay, so what I know about the camera is... Right, there you go. You're looking at my foot. Bam, my toe. There you go. The tip. The very tip. I'll try and point. Alright then, you're looking at the very tip of the umbrella there. Okay. So, what I know is, if this is 0, 0, right, my camera basically is mapped around a circle around this. So I know that the camera is at 0, 0 here. I then can alter the amount of degrees, or radians, at which I rotate around the point. And then what this does is updates my camera's location, updates the camera's X and Z location around the point. So basically, this is like a great big, this is X equals 0, Z equals 0? No, X equals the radius, Z equals 0. And then as I move around, that starts to change and change and change. Right, I've now calculated a thingy, which means that if I were to click at any point in the screen, so if I were to click here, it would then draw a plane at the point that I'm looking at here. It We'll draw one at that depth, and it will go, right, here we go. You clicked there, that means there's this amount of variance away from here and here, which means that this point is then, it then creates another circle within that point that it can then figure out. So if I was the camera there, these are the points. Okay, which then enables me to draw a point on that X and Z coordinate. But it gets more complicated than that because we need to know Y, don't we? So, to calculate Y, all I know about Y is it can move up and down. There's no, well, okay, it looks like that. But it doesn't curve around the object like that. It stays in the same place. It stays the same radius away. So I know it's radius away, I know it's Y from value, which is its distance, which is the height. So Y from with 0, 0 being here. Actually, is that true? Is Y from a 0 value? Yes, it is, because Y from is distance from the Y-axis, which, yes. Can I fuck with those 2 digits? Yeah, I can. Fuck you. Okay, that might be an error. We'll see what we can do. In which case, this whole thing falls down. Hey! So yeah, we're looking at the exact same point again, and then we move up and down like this. What I've now done is calculated a formula, which means that if I'm up at this position here, I know my distance away from the point I started there, and my distance in, well, if that point was like up here, and it was a line, my distance away there. Using that, I've been able to calculate, oh, it's just here. Using that, I'm able to calculate this angle here, which enables me to calculate that angle, which enables me to calculate that angle, which enables me to calculate the change in actual Y, the world Y, coordinates, because obviously my plane is moving. As I move up and down, it stays like this, and then it rotates back on itself. So which enables me to calculate my actual Y, which is just there, knowing the dy, which is calculated from here and here, and basically it looks a bit like this, and I'm pretty friggin' pleased with this. Don't know if it works. That's the theory, or my theory. Let's see if I can put this into action. Why don't I just do it the normal way? What is the normal way? That's what I want to know. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we have, it's late, it's now like 1:30. We actually started this really late because we had dinner really late as well. It's 1:30. I'm thinking of going until about 2:30. Well, I'm going to get 6 hours sleep out of this tonight. So it's basically going until there's no point going anymore. This works. After a bit of playing around with it and stuff, I've now got world X, world Z and world Y coordinates saved into memory. What I now need to do is test if I can draw them. I think, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plumb them straight into a program I have which draws a line. Just a simple, I already did it because I tried to do it with the other one when I was drawing the line. I'm just going to plumb it into that and see if it works. But this works with a bit of tweaking and stuff, and it now works so that if you resize the window it also works as well, because it was kind of relevant on like the size of the window and all that kind of crap. Window width and shit. But it now works even if you change the window width. Because it needed to take in some kind of ratio that would be the little window size inside the entire window. So when you change the entire window, the middle window would change size and all that kind of crap. And actually, the window size I had wasn't even the right window size. So yeah, but I've changed all that. It's all fixed now. This is all working. We're going to try and draw it. We're going to see what it looks like. But I'm looking at the variable. I'm looking at the outputs. It looks decent. Without touching wood, it sounds pretty fucking decent shit. So we're going to go in, we're going to try and figure out how the hell to do this and draw it to a point. Should theoretically mean just adapting a function I've already made. So yeah, let's try, shall we? Okay, here we go. I'm trying to set this now then, so control spleen. Let's go, let's click here. Right on this corner, yeah? So now what the program's going to do is trying to calculate exactly where around this circle. It's going to create a smaller circle around the shape. It's going to point it on there. I'm then going to calculate a Y coordinate to figure out like how high it is. And we're going to click and we're going to see. It should draw a line. Okay. Right, so let's see where the white line is. In space. What the fuck is that? This is probably really confusing on camera as well. Well, in saying that, it's 2D for me as well, lol. Where the fuck are you going? Why the hell? Okay, here's the problem. Right, so what's happening is, as we're clicking onto this line, it's still a 2-dimensional point. Even though I'm mapping it into 3-dimensional space, this is still a 2-dimensional point. It doesn't have a depth. It's on the whatever axis this is on. This is an imaginary axis. What I'm basically doing is mapping a two-dimensional point by rotating its axes around. So instead of doing that, I'll basically just move it to here along with the camera, so it kind of rotates around like that. So technically it's still two-dimensional point, which is kind of fucking me up a little bit because I have a dice slap bang in the middle of the screen, right? So if I were to click over here, this conversion up here converts it to 1 and -1 with 0 in the middle. Which means if I have a very small thingy here, like if I click here, let's say, like on the corner of my dice, we'll say we'll click here, this value here drops drastically, and our radius, which is only 30, at launch time, you can go a lot closer, you can turn that to 3, obviously isn't enough to make this big, to make that big enough. So, should I just times this by 10? Just for fucking lols. Let's try it. Lol. No, that's not going to work because the whole purpose of this being is that the fact that I've set an outer limit so that if you click at the very far corner, it will put it on the very outer edge of the circle I'm viewing. Oh, Pete, Jesus Christ, this is hard. I wonder what my focal length of the camera is. What is all the angle of its lens? That's what is another piece of crucial information I need to have here. I can't just do a straight up multiply because as soon as this goes out of the range of -1 and 1, it gets fucking huge pretty fucking fast, and we don't actually want it the size of our radius. We do want it smaller. So the problem is that I can see here, but we're getting like some really strange outliers. That's the weird thing now. We're getting very, 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 very bizarre outliers to our equation. So if we run it again, come on, let's have a run. Go on, come here, you best. Okay. If I were to click, right, okay, so here's my plane. Let's rotate the plane so that I can really visualize this mother trucker. Okay. It's looking straight down one of the axes. If I were to click at this point of the right, if I'm to click at this point of the line here, there's my count. There's my right. Okay. Which suggests to me, oh, I fixed the y-axis so that the y-axis wasn't. So it was. I could just see where it is. That's actually not 0, 0. Which is weird. What's my y-axis? God damn it! Wait. 0. So that put that there, like above. Why 0? What? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the code. I'm gonna close this version of the code down. Okay, bam. We're gonna run the code, and what we're gonna do is rotate this around so that we've got a good idea of what we're looking at. Then I'm going to get the 5 side. And I'm going to move the 5 so it's off axes. Okay? Right. Here we go. So my camera is here. It should draw a line from where I am, X from, here, to the new points. This X from specifically doesn't seem to want to work for me, to be honest with you, but right. Okay, you ready? We're going for the corner of the 5. What's going on there? So, the fuck is that? Why is that all the way down there? What's my bloody X from? Okay, I'm calling it a day. I've been looking into a couple of reasons why I think this might be. I think it's because my point system and my coordinate system based on the camera, I'm doing all of this basically from the camera. I want the points to be a point in, it's very weird, all this graphics shiz was. I want the point to be a point in space, right? But the cube is in a certain space, the camera is in another space. They've got two different coordinate systems. The cube's coordinate system, the model coordinate system, I believe, has the center of the cube as 0, 0. I tried to model the camera to that so that the camera would be mapping around the same space, but the radius differences are completely different. According to that, the radius of the dice is about 0.8, which is just not, because in camera space terms it's about 2.8 to 3ish, it's around that range. So what I need to do is figure out a way of converting. The problem is all of this maths only really works in camera space. There's no way I can do this that I'm aware of without doing it with respect to the camera. So I'm doing all of this with respect to the camera because that's what it is basically. The user is operating the camera. They'll be able to click based on the camera's point of view. So by going relative to the camera, I'm able to figure out in camera space where the point is that I've just clicked, and it's with all of this maths that I've just done. The problem then is drawing that point, because if I say that my camera's here, it's going to be fun this, isn't it? Jesus. Right, okay. Let's say that you can see my room. Hello. If you're here, and then I say that there is another camera here, where my fist is. This is my point that I've just clicked on, right? But we're drawing everything relative to my bed. So the coordinate system I've got here has the camera looking at 0, 0, this point placed at this point around 0, 0. But the world space, this entire world that you can see, the viewport space, I don't know what it's fucking called, some shit like that. That point there isn't 0, 0. Fucking some spaces, the middle of the room, let's say, is. So that means as soon as I put this position here, which is say like 3 distance away from 0, 0, it goes from here to bloody there, which is different. And I think that's the difference. I think that's what's going on. Got to figure out how to change that. I've been trying to look through the lecture notes and stuff. I've got a little bit written down at the bottom here that might be able to help me tomorrow. But otherwise, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna go sleep on it. It's 20 to 3. So by the time I've got to sleep, it's probably 3 o'clock. So I'm going to go and stay in bed until 9, have a nice solid 6 hours sleep, instead of getting up too early and just doing this. And then tomorrow we're spending all day on this. So yeah, it's going to be a whale of a time. I'm loving it. I'm just like in a world of matrices and graphics and stuff. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of matrix that will multiply that thing and take it in respect to the world, I think. But figuring out what that is means understanding a part of this module we've been taught. But otherwise, I'm pretty proud of myself today. I've done, this stuff is clever. I'm happy with this. This works. I just can't display the fact that it works. I don't think I've technically picked up any marks or anything for this shit yet. It's hard coursework, this is. It's a real bitch, and I want it done. What day is it today? Tuesday? Well, Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I kind of want this done by Sunday. So we're going to be working hard on it tomorrow. But we're going to be having a break as well, though, because we're going to go and hopefully pick up Lovely's present. Hopefully from shop, although I'm not sure because it seems to still be pending. So I might actually go to the shop and be like, hey, I've done this. What's going on with it, man? But we're also going to the Christmas market, especially with and Ben. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to pick up Lovely and Lovely's sister's present. So yeah, that's that. But otherwise, it's graphics day tomorrow. Dawn of the graphics. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna try and take my mind off this shit. It's gonna drive me insane tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys are the bestest. I'll catch you later.